Let's get into some Brewers. Talking with Bart Winkler, Infinity Sports Network, weeknights 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. You'll hear him right here on The Fan. Can this team surprise you anymore? Their second 10-game winning streak of the season. I gave out this stat earlier in the show. Only two teams in recent memory have had two 10-game winning streaks. It was the 2019 Astros and the 2017 Dodgers. Both of them ended up in the World Series. They're 25-4 in their last 29 games. They've won 49 of their last 65 games. How do you explain this, Bart? And can they even surprise you at this point, or do you just expect what they're doing?
I saw a Joe Zanzola tweet, and at
Radio
first
Joe.
He goes, and at first I looked at it, I go, Joe. But then I was like, actually, Joe, this slaps. He says, the Brewers did not make a deal with devil. Euchre made a deal with God. And I was like, hell yeah, Joe. I think
your first thought was that's corny.
It was. But
that was your first, yeah.
But then I quickly came on board.
No, fair.
I think, like, as me, a Brewers fan who has told himself and convinced himself they're never going to win a World Series, this year starts to shake that a little bit out of you. But still, I'm not going to let the playoffs are what would be surprising. If they succeed in the playoffs, I'm going to be surprised. I am surprised with how good they are, but also they have really, the thing about this team, and it's so true, and it was true Saturday night was a great example, was you can't make a mistake. Like, you can't make any single mistake at all, because then they will get it. I mean, it is ridiculous if you're playing against them at this point. But I do think that this level of, precision with how they are kind of exploiting other people's mishaps, that is going to benefit. If they can keep this up, the 5-game series against the Cubs, the Brewers are coming into that with, great vibes and eating pancakes out of pockets and not feeling like any pressure at all. They're just going out there and they're winning. And, is momentum real? I think believing when you're down 5-0, that it's just the first inning, who cares? You can still come back is real. And so the Cubs are going to be the ones maybe more prone to make mistakes. And you're going to have other teams that are in a playoff pressure situation, like the Mets were. They're feeling pressure. They make mistakes. Brewers capitalize. You're going to have teams that are bringing up young guys who are going to make mistakes. Brewers will capitalize. You're going to have teams that are not really playing for anything. They're going to make mistakes because they're not being attentive. Brewers will capitalize.